Welcome back to the Smutfairy podcast, where your favourite fairy smut mothers have been working their magic to find you a delicious new read. We have started up a new series called Meet the Author, and where we will be introducing you to some of the amazing authors of the genre and get a bit of insight into what they're up to. Today, it is our absolute pleasure to introduce Kristen H as our author spotlight.
Oh my god, hi!
Hi, nice to meet you both. Wow, your voice is just like so good. It's so beautiful. Yeah, that was an amazing intro.
Oh my god, Elle, we did not specify who is who. So, intro Eleanor, this one, I'm Kato. Hi.
I picked up on it, but yeah.
Mostly for the listeners.
Okay.
I feel like if most people have listened to us this far, you can figure out the difference between the two of us.
You never know.
Okay. Yes, if someone's listening, they didn't know that I was talking about Eleanor's voice.
Yes.
Not is it Kate or Kato?
Kato. Caitlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also have a great voice too.
I was going to say, not my harsh cackle.
It's all right. Just wait till my witch's cackle comes out. It's quite loud.
It's fine.
No, I live to induce a witch's cackle from Elle. It's like my favorite thing ever because the audio cuts out. It like can't handle it.
Like, do you do the thing where if it's so funny, you do like a big, like almost like a lion roar, and then it goes silent? Because that's what I do.
Bit.
Yeah,
it's more just like it really builds inside.
Just lots of those.
It like bubbles.
So good. Yeah, exactly. You got to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yes, we are so excited to have you on the pod.
So excited.
Yes, when your
excited to be here.
Book was like pitched to us as practical magic vibes set in New Orleans, we were both a bit like feral, I think.
Yeah, it's so funny because I didn't go into it thinking about practical magic at all.
Yeah.
But then one of the things that you have to do as an author is like they as in everything you read online, all of the book consultants, book publishers, agents, they're like, we need comp titles. Like, describe your book, compare it to something that I would understand. And I was just like, I have no idea. And it took me forever. And then one day it hit me. I was like, obviously it's practical magic.
Yeah.
Like,
perfect.
You've got the sister aspect, you've got the grandma, it's spooky, there's murder. So yeah. And I feel like the main guy is similar to our main guy, or my main guy.
So
yeah. I also in my head a lot while I was reading it got a lot of like Princess and the Frog, and also because it's Louisiana, I got a lot of True Blood.
True Blood. Okay.
Okay. Are you a fan?
Yeah. I watched it when I was older, though. I watched it whenever I was like in my mid-20s.
Have you read the books?
It? No.
Oh my
God.
I
need
to?
to?
You have to read. They're so much better than the show even.
But the show is like so hot. Like I feel like everyone's like, oh my gosh, like look at all these hot book shows that are coming out now. But like True Blood,
the originals.
The True Blood was
2 to 3
horny.
Seasons really like hit the books pretty closely. But like that's wild to me that you haven't read the Charlaine Harris like Sookie Stackhouse series, because there's so much. It's very political and like in depth, and there's a lot of plot going on, and there's like magic and vampires and like werewolves and shifters and stuff. And I was like, really similar vibes, but in like.
Do I need to not read it because it's like it would mess with my mind?
I don't know. I mean, you've written this now, so.
Well, there's a series. There's another one.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Don't you worry, I clocked that straight away.
I have to be like very careful when I'm writing to not read anything like too close to what I write.
Okay, then maybe you have to finish the series and
I
then
think
you're
I have
allowed to read it. And then you have to let me know what your thoughts are, because it's so close. But I think it's because it's Louisiana as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But very similar vibes. Sorry, I completely derailed us.
Like when you finish writing, you can get all the books and then just like sit down for like 2 weeks and just relax.
Yes.
Because there is 13 of them.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So you can lock in.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I believe that. There was a lot of seasons too. But yeah, that series is phenomenal. Like Alexander Skarsgård.
That's where it all started for me with him.
And then what's his name? Joe Manganiello?
Manganiello? Yes. It was Alcide.
Sofia Vergara's ex.
Yes.
He's very,
Yeah. Well, he's unbelievable in Magic Mike. It's outrageous.
Yeah. Some great work there.
Outrageous stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he's never peaked. He has yet to peak. So
he just keeps getting hotter.
It is, but he does. But like breaking up with Sophia, like maybe we start to see a decline there, you know?
Yeah. Like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Why
would you do that? So.
All right. We cannot wait to talk about this book. Obviously, as you can tell, it's straight up our alley. So let's get into it. And we're going to try and keep this as give you an idea, but spoiler free as possible.
Okay.
We can give a little bit away, but we don't want to give away too much because it's so fun to read when you don't know anything.
Yes, so true.
So before we get into your upcoming release, we'd love to talk about you and your background.
Sure.
So have you always been into reading?
Yes, I've always been into reading. I recently, like 2022, I started getting heavily into romance. But I've always read my entire life. Like, you know, I'm the same age as the original Harry Potter cast. So like, like, you know, like, and so I think I started Harry Potter when I was like in second grade. And then like the movies were coming out. So like that, that really just like threw me in on the deep end with reading. And then I don't know, like, you know, as you age, I feel like I personally always try to go back to like my childhood self, like when you kind of feel lost or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had just had a baby. We had moved from Louisiana. A lot of crazy shit happened. And we moved to North Carolina from Louisiana. And yeah, I got back into reading and writing. And I was like, oh yeah, romance is my shit. Like I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't know that this was my jam until I like found the community and like it was so it like puts you in there. And maybe it wasn't exposed to me in that way before because like I had always read some type of romance, but never like this much. I mean, it's insane.
I feel like we found that with the podcast too. Like we kind of started it because we were like, we do love these kind of books. And then you just like go into the rabbit hole and you're like, it's so fun. Everyone's so nice. There's so much out there. There's so many indie authors writing amazing stuff. Like you just kind of get sucked into it and it's like, take me on the ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know. And like, I know you guys have done like, it's funny because I feel like, I have a lot of friends that read romance, but I haven't had a lot of friends that go like deep where like you guys are like reading like monster romance. And I was listening to one of y'all's stuff and I'm like, people don't even know what else is out there. And I feel like someone needs to do like a psychological study on why some of these things are so important because they really are.
Yeah.
I think I should do it because I like have my master's in neuroscience. And I actually started rereading romance as well when I graduated, like very similar, like went through a big period of burnout and exhaustion. And I was like, what are the things that I love? And I like really came back into reading. But I think about this all the time. I think about different tropes and different like things that happen, and dark romance fascinates me psychologically.
Yes.
It terrifies me, but I'm like, why do we like it?
I don't know where this was, but like a lot of sexual trauma survivors really like dark romance because they're able to like reframe it, what may have happened to them in that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you haven't experienced that, I feel like you're like, wait, why would someone be interested in that? Like it feels so taboo or whatever. But I don't know. I think there's a lot, the tropes I think provide a lot for all of us.
Absolutely. We always say that there is a smut for everyone.
Yeah, there is.
There's a smut for everyone and everything. I have
Exactly.
had many a conversation with a man about this, because obviously they find out about the podcast and then they want to know more. They're like, oh, so like the fairy smuts. And I'm like, bitch, please.
That's entry level
and I'm
stuff.
like, they're like, so what's the wildest one you've read? And I'm like, I can't really quantify that because there's such a broad scope of wild in this. Like, it could be really dark and hectic. It could be like cannibal vibes. It could be like a demon dragon with 2 dicks. Like, there's such a scope. Like, you have to be more specific.
Really? Yes. Okay. But you know what I have not gotten into yet, which I do, because I feel like it's the final frontier. It's the inanimate object stuff.
The sentient object ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those,
mm-hmm.
I have read a couple. And it's really a curiosity exercise more than anything.
Yeah.
And I do find in a lot of those, they usually ends up being, they become a human, or they, you know, there's like, they begin as a sentient object, but there's like an aura to them, and then somehow, they
end up being human. With
certainly, you have to be in such a silly, goofy mood to read one of those things.
I'm sure I will get there at some point.
Yeah, it's a spur of the moment decision, I think.
Yes.
So we love romance. Everybody loves romance here. Mm-hmm. Are you reading any series at the moment?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I am. So I just finished the Bronze Horseman trilogy. Did y'all read it? Did you read
read it? Have you read it, Elle? I read it years ago. It's
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it came to me in a really weird way. First off, my mother-in-law finally read my book, and I was terrified.
Yeah.
Oh you know why I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Elle knows.
Kato, you don't know yet.
Not yet.
But she's a prolific reader. I mean, she doesn't read strictly romance or whatever, but she reads like a ton. And they listen to a lot of audiobooks, her and her husband. And my father-in-law was like listening to the Bronze Horseman because she got him hooked on it. And apparently during one of the sex scenes, he missed his exit and he was so flustered by it. And they kind of like told me this story because they were trying to like, you know, relate to me about what I've written. And my father-in-law was like, oh, well, I listened to the Bronze Horseman, and tell you what, I missed my exit that one time. And like, they told me that, and I was like, you know what? I need to see what they're talking about. Like, what level are my in-laws, have my in-laws been exposed to?
It's important to know.
It's important to know, but holy shit. What an epic love story. It's amazing. And also, I had a horrible history education. I like most of my history teachers were PE coaches first, you know, kind of thing.
Perfect. Yeah,
so eyes were really open to the World War II communist situation that was going on in the Soviet Union. Like, it was very shocking to me, and the Battle of Leningrad and all that stuff. I know that sounds like, I feel like when I talk about that stuff with this book, this trilogy, it makes you not want to read it, but
I'm so pro this, don't worry.
Whoever is listening to me, read it. It's amazing. It's the most epic love story I've ever read in my entire life. Yeah. And it will stay with me forever.
Remember like binging it. I actually should reread it because I think I've lost so many of the details that I think it's been long enough now that if I reread it, it won't be familiar. So I can because it was like
revisit it.
Second year uni or something that I read it. So
okay, I was about to say like, how old were you when you read it? Because I feel like that would make a difference too.
Yeah, I was like 19 or something. I feel like I want to reread it again now.
Yeah,
I was pretty young reading it as like an older adult. Like, I feel like you would really be like, wow. Especially never mind. I'm not gonna say anything else. But yes. But I'm reading that. I just finished that, and then I just finished the first score by Elle Kennedy, or the score, because I wanted to watch Off Campus.
Yes.
Do you guys have Off Campus?
I have the deal sitting on my bookshelf.
Oh, the deal, not the score. The deal.
Yes, I just got it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm 5 episodes into Off Campus. And
I haven't started it yet, but it's on my list to watch and also to read. But
I actually bought tickets this morning to go and see. I discovered there is, in fact, an ice hockey league in this country.
Oh.
And that Sydney has a team. So
Wow.
I'm going to go see the Sydney Bears in a few weeks.
That's exciting.
That is so fun.
I was I don't think hockey boys are like that in real life, but God, it's a good show.
I've heard no.
Mm.
I've heard no, but maybe they're like I think the romance genre is trying to change that for them, you know?
Yeah.
It's really
Give
giving them
the
a
space.
blueprint, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
just do this and you'll be fine.
Just like a little rebrand.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I won't say too much about that. And then finally reading For the Fans. This all happened this week. Like
oh my God.
I read quite a bit. But For the Fans, have y'all read that one yet?
No, I haven't.
It's an MM.
Love.
And it's like a step brother situation.
Okay.
And there is one of them's like an OnlyFans guy. That's
stunning.
All I can say.
Okay. Going on the list.
Yes. So I'm very excited about that one. I've heard it's very good.
Caitlin and I were talking earlier about how we've got so many books on our TBR and that we have to like put a pause on adding new books because we've got such a thing to work through. But I think that's just made my list.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Do you ever look at romance.io?
Yes.
The website? Okay, y'all use that too?
Yeah.
I feel like it's an underutilized resource. Like,
I get scared of it. There's so many books in there.
There's so many books, but like, I guess what I do is like, I'll look it up. I'll read the reviews on Goodreads, but I'll look it up on romance.io to like double check. I'm like, how spicy is this? Is this the mood that I'm in?
Yeah.
So it helps me with my next decision.
Yeah. It's good to check because I have been maybe tricked by Goodreads reviews a few times now where I go and, find this new book and everyone's raving about it. And then I've read it and it's closed door. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I just needed to know that going in.
Yeah, because Elle once read a whole book for the pod and then got to the end and was like, we can't use it. It's closed door.
That's so upsetting.
And it was like recommended as a smut book as well. And I was like, you people haven't read your books, have you?
No, that's really disappointing. I mean, if you're in the mood for that, maybe it's fine, but
absolutely,
I need some.
Yeah,
I need a sprinkle.
Some payoff. Yeah.
If you're gonna build it up a little bit, you got to pay it off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, let me be there in the
room. We're all adults here.
Exactly. It's
either open door or it's YA, as far as I'm
concerned.
Yes. That's
legitimately
all that really matters to me.
Legitimately, open door or YA. Wait, so do you guys have a preference on the number of sex scenes in a book? Because I've recently discussed this, and I would like to know if you guys have a preference.
I think it depends if the book is like a romance book or if it's a smut book. I think there's a differentiation.
Yeah, those are two different things, I think.
Or like, do you mean by smut book, you mean like erotica?
Kind of, yeah, where it's just like the purpose is basically for them to fuck and the plot is secondhand.
Right, like a Sarah Kate situation.
Yeah.
Or
like I would even say like a Tessa Bailey or something where it's like kind of the whole purpose of it is literally just the love story and it's all building to a thing. Like I think we tend to like the ones where it's like a few where they don't.
Yeah.
There's some action, but
almost
not the deed. And then
why do we like that?
Because it's tension.
I know. Like, that's the best. I'm like,
and it makes you go like squee.
Yes, it really does.
Where it's like there's spicy scenes, but there's not like they're not doing the deed, and then like probably like 2/3 of the way through they start doing the deed.
Yeah. I completely agree with that, and I feel like 2 to 3 is what I've determined as like my preferred. Now, will I read with more? Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Less is not ideal.
Yeah, there's like a minimum, but there's not a maximum.
The limit does not exist.
Yes. Very true. Oh, but I will say though, for potential readers, my spice hits later on in the book. It's definitely a slow burn.
Worth it. It's so worth it. Oh
no,
my God,
I think if it's
so worth it.
like if it's meant to be a slow burn,
yeah,
then it's good because it keeps you like it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I mean it teases a lot.
Moving through. Yeah, and we were just saying before, because Elle was like, I haven't got to any spicy bits yet, and I was like, but you can tell from the language that's being used that it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
oh
not
my gosh, that would
at all.
So horrible if there wasn't, and I was like coming on here and you guys, that would be so disappointing for you.
Come on here, we're like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Explain yourself, actually.
Yeah.
No, it was the payoff was phenomenal. It was
okay, good.
Just excellent. I really got to like where Caitlin's up to, and I was like, I'm strapped in. I am doing nothing else for these 40 pages. I
had to rip myself away.
Oh. Okay, wait. Do you ever like you're reading like a really good sex scene, it's too much and you have to put it down and walk like take a lap?
Elle does.
Yeah.
I do. Elle's a very empathetic reader. Whereas I can like power through and Elle will just be like, whoa.
What was that? And it could be, the most amazing thing that I'm reading ever. And I still have to be like, okay, let me just give me 2 minutes to catch up to it, because I feel like my feelings and my emotions, they're here and then my brain's still here and I'm going to come back and go in.
Yeah. And you want to be like in the sex scene and like, but you're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Like I'm not caught up yet.
Well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mine really depends on if I'm in public or not. Because I listen to audiobooks a lot as well. And especially there's just something about being on a commute to work at like 8:30 in the morning and having like a deep cowboy voice in your ear saying some deeply illegal things. And you're like, no one on this metro knows what I'm listening to right now. But I am sweating.
Yeah. The cowboy's like balls deep and you're just like
next
staring off
is town hall.
I'm like, sir, I need you to shut that filthy mouth.
Yes.
No better way to start your day, really.
Yeah. Honestly. Yes.
So,
really wakes you up.
Yeah. Speaking of your book, this is your debut book.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
The Hands That Treat. So we wanted to know what your kind of gateway was into, or how you came about being like, I'm going to write this.
Yeah, I have. Yes. So my mom is super into genealogy, like complete genealogy nerd. And she's written like severeal books about like different family members and their lineage. And so she was researching the Reed family. So my mom's a Marcantel and they come from the Reeds in Oakdale, Louisiana. None of this actually matters. But long story is that she was interviewing a relative of mine, this woman who, Ophelia is her name. And my mom found out that she was a traitor and was like, what? I didn't know that. Yeah. Like, I didn't know that that's what you did. And she was much older when she interviewed her for my mom. My mom interviewed her for her book. And my mom told me this. And then my mom went back to see her and they phoned me in and I was able to talk to her and ask her a bunch of questions. And at the time, there was like little to no research online about it. So just for the readers, a traitor is a Cajun healer from Louisiana. It's actually in real life. It was, I don't know if it currently is, but was sanctioned by the Catholic Church. So in Louisiana, there's a lot of Catholics. Heads up, my book does not go into religion. It goes straight the other way into magic, but that's kind of like the background of it. And so I just thought that was the coolest fucking shit ever. Like to find out that you have a relative that's like healing people with her hand. Yeah. Like what? And then, I mean, it goes so much deeper. There's like all these stories that I've uncovered about traitors. Like some of it's pretty, like could be misconstrued as pretty creepy, but like, wringing a chicken's neck and like putting blood in a circle, or like apparently there was this like great 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 uncle of mine that also was a traitor, and he could stop blood. Yeah, I mean, who knows? We'll never know. But
Yeah, wow.
these are like cool historical things. But yeah, it just hit me in a certain way, and I started writing. And at that point in my life, it was 2018, and I hadn't discovered that I was like that into the romance genre, and I was just like writing a story about like this woman and her finding this out that she's a traitor too. And then I put it down because the book, like one of the main characters in the book is New Orleans. And God, I like went through it when in New Orleans at that time. And so like I had to put it down. Like I was so mad at the city. I was just so mad. It's such a wonderful place, and I'm from there. My family's lived there forever, but like it was just the weirdest time. Like hurricanes, back-to-back floodings. There was a shooting next door from my house. And like that's just like kind of how it is. It's like the saying tragic and magic. It's just like this place that makes no sense. I mean, it's underwater. You know what I mean? So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I went on a whole tangent. But yeah.
No, it's perfect.
I put it away, and then whenever I moved and I had my whole like baby and moving thing, I was like, I'm ready to explore it again. I'm ready to go back to New Orleans, and at least in my mind.
Yeah.
And I knew at that point that I was like, I want this to be a romance. And so that's where it kind of morphed into that.
Yeah, amazing. It really is like such a character in the story, the city. I haven't been yet, but I really want to go. I find it all so interesting. Like,
do you feel like there's a city like that in Australia? Like, because I feel like in United States, it's like very just this bizarre microcosm of a very specific culture. And I don't know, I was just curious if like
I think we don't have so much of I think in the US you have a lot of like, because you have so many states, it's very localized, and because you've got, I think, people all through the country, whereas here everyone's very localized to the coast.
On the coast.
That's true.
There's not much in the middle. I think if you were looking for a weird city, you're looking at like Alice Springs or Darwin, like in the Northern Territory, like because they're so isolated. They have I think Indigenous culture's a lot more prominent there, so they have a lot of the like folklore and storytelling and connection to country there that we don't really have. I mean, we still have it here, but these are big cities. Like Sydney's a big city. That's very much like beachy vibes. There's little microcosms in Sydney, but I don't think there's that. Like, whereas in New Orleans, like even not having been there, you know that like there's a lot of like history with like voodoo and like magic and all that kind of thing. And, you know, ghosts and whatever else.
Yeah, the closest place I can think of, because I'm on the west, is this place called Fremantle. And it's very close to where I live, and it's where I went to school, but it's very artsy and very open, I guess. Like everybody has lots of different like, you know, ways of presenting themselves and you know, connection to the earth, and it's a bit hippy dippy as well. And you know,
love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's all about the performers and the artists, and it's a bit changed now because, you know, most places get gentrified, but it really used to be like where the artists live and work. So it was a real like community.
Yeah. It was such a microcosm within Perth, even though it's only like 25 minutes from the city kind of thing. Like you'd go there and be like, I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Fremantle.
Okay. I'm going to look it up after this.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And it kind of reminds me of New Orleans a little bit because of the like long alleyways with verandas and like and like bars and music and that kind of stuff.
It's also a port city. Like it was originally a port city, which I think around the ports.
So is New Orleans.
It makes a difference to the culture because it ends up being such a like in and out of different like
and a hodgepodge of things. Like, yeah, because New Orleans, it was Spanish, French, Caribbean, African. Like, it's just so
We
Native
have a really
American.
big Italian population, like especially after the Second World War. Lots of
Oh,
Italian
really?
families immigrated here and like set up market gardens and like big houses and that kind of stuff. So that history is there as well.
That's really cool. Like, I can't imagine in Italy being an Italian after post-World War II and being like, I'm going to move to Australia. Like, that seems like so far, but also probably a good idea.
I also feel like it would
so
be such a culture shock because like Elle and I have gone to Europe together a couple of times and trying to explain to people that like, because I'm originally from Perth, like, so being like, yeah, the city I'm from, you would struggle to find a building older than 150 years.
Yeah.
Because it's so much newer than everything in Europe or even a lot of places in the US. Like there just wasn't or like the infrastructure, and a lot of the older stuff just like doesn't really exist anymore either. So, and they're like, what do you mean? And we're like, about 150 years, that's the best you get.
Yeah, like that's just what it is. I love the look of older architecture.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I love it so much, but I bet people in Europe are like, oh my God, these old buildings.
Yeah, you can't get AC in them.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, whatever, this building. Yeah, I've seen this before. It's still standing. And I'm like, wouldn't we be lucky if we had buildings still standing?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so the hands that treat. Can you give us like a spiel overview of the story? Like what, if you're a new reader, what are you in for?
Okay, yes. The Hands That Treat's a paranormal romance, and it follows Ophelia Oubre, who's a woman in her early 30s, as she becomes her family's next traiteur, which is a Cajun healer. And in this process, like a lot of crazy things happen. Like she discovers that there's this whole magical world around her. And at the same time, there is a murder that happens that kind of starts off this like whole whodunit situation. And I think what's really special about the book is the cast of characters and the community that's in it. Like if you're into the whole like sisters situation, like I think those characters are very strong. And our main male character, our MMC, it's a friends to lover romance. And I think he is so interesting and so normal for now. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to give any spoilers away. But no, I mean, I think he's so interesting to me. I won't tell too much about him because I do think that is part of like reading the story and kind of that unveiling. But the Friends to Lovers slow burn is very special, and I do think that there is a sexy payoff that people will enjoy.
Absolutely.
Sexy payoff, say no more.
Yeah.
I think that Friends to Lovers is such a underrated trope. I feel like people are always enemies to lovers. That's perfect and it has a time and a place, but it's so refreshing to see that kind of like development of the relationship from a place of already existing respect and care.
Yes. I really was like, when I was writing it, I was thinking the whole time, I was like, oh my gosh, like this guy is not a stalker. He's not obsessed. He's not like, carving her name into his skin. Like, and which is, also hot and sexy, all those things. But like, as I was writing, I was like, he's a real person.
He's like a real gonna say, I was like, this is a dude that you would meet. You know what I mean?
A real guy.
He's straight up a dude that you would meet that you'd be like, he's hot as shit. Why is he not into me?
Yeah, and it's like, he's hot as shit. I'm into him, but obviously you're not going to give away like crush. And then it's like, he acts like you would like we've all encountered men acting like this.
Yes.
He's not being crazy. He's just being a dude that you would meet.
Is it from my own personal experience with men? Yes, of course. Like, and it's funny because I was like, I'd read scenes to my husband and I'd be like, you'd say this, right? And he'd be like, yeah, but I'd take off this part. And I was just like, man, even shorter, you know, and it's like, it's like, just shorten it more.
Yeah, you spend the first half of the book being like, I've got enough clues here to know that he's interested, but I for sure, if I was her, I'd be like, oh, he does not like me.
I don't think so.
Yes.
He tolerates me at best.
Yeah, at best. He's like, her again.
Oh my gosh. So this book has some really excellent paranormal and some spooky vibes. What drew you to these sort of themes to include in your book?
I mean, New Orleans, Louisiana, like it's just everywhere. Like when you're there, you feel it. It's also funny because like the book that you read is not exaggerated. I even tried to tone down the feeling of New Orleans when you're there because I didn't want people to be like, I didn't want it to feel commercialized, or I didn't want it to feel like, oh, they're eating crawfish and gumbo and there's an alligator in the backyard. Like
it was written by Tourism Louisiana.
Yeah. So like, it's just like when you're there, you feel it, and like the culture lends itself to it. Like, so voodoo is referenced in the book. I'm obviously a white woman, so I did not feel very confident in developing a full like main character around that, but it's an element because it is so prevalent in the city. Like it's just everywhere. The voodoo culture has really seeped throughout, and that is because that there were slaves in New Orleans, and a lot of them stayed. Congo Square is a very iconic place where they were allowed to go and practice their religion every Sunday. And there's just like a lot of history around that, and it's still there. There's voodoo shops that are still there. Like that's an actual thing. Like that's not made up. Yeah. You see them everywhere.
Yeah, awesome.
Like, okay, wait, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the magic. So like voodoo was there and has always been there. Catholicism is also like weirdly magical to me. So I grew up Catholic. I'm not very religious anymore. But like my husband did not grow up Catholic. And I remember him coming to mass with my family and him being like, this is some crazy magical shit. Like he's like, why are they airing incense on everyone? And he was like, why are y'all standing up and sitting down? Like all of these things. Like I also think it's interesting too, like religion is such a big thing in Louisiana, especially in the South of America. I'm sure you guys have heard that on the news and stuff like that. It's definitely there. And it's really unavoidable. But yeah, it just all kind of came out of these things that already existed. And it's fun to imagine that this magical world exists, you know? Like, I just love that idea that like, I'm like, let me take this like very strict religion that I grew up with and just kind of like blow it out of the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time we would go into like a Catholic cathedral or anything like that, and Italy obviously is full of it.
Yes.
But we like Ella and I are not really like, we didn't really grow up religious. We don't really have that background, but you'd go into the cathedrals and stuff and you'd be like, damn, they did nail the vibes. Like the vibes are, you know, like I'm not a religious person. I can respect the vibe. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm like, I get it. You'd come in here and be like, whoa.
You're like, God.
Yeah. And
I start singing. Absolutely.
Everything is shiny and painted and gold, and there's like cool robes. And I'm like, not to be dramatic, but it is kind of cunty.
Yeah.
No, I know. Have you seen Fleabag?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. The hot priest. Yeah. Like, he, like, I felt like, yes, like what you're saying, 100%. Like, remember how he's like, he has his like fancy robes. He's like, oh, this is my like, you know, lint robe.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's really funny.
I think writing is one of the most, magical forms of art that there is, because you do get to just create your own world. And if it's based on your own experiences or, things of friends that have gone through, like being able to put together a story is just phenomenal. And it's such, I think, an underappreciated art form for the amount of effort that goes into it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. It was a process. Like, and the book changed so much from start to finish, but it's so fun at the same time. It's weird. Like, as I was writing it, I was like, I'm never going to finish this. Like, when is it going to be done? Like, I felt like I just kept working on it and working on it. And then one day it was done and I was like, fuck yeah, I did it. Like,
finally we did it.
How do you know when it's done though, as well? Like, did you get to a point where you were just like, you've gone through the final kind of like edits, changes, whatever, and did you just feel a sense of like, don't touch it again, that's it? Or was it like,
I feel like I knew when it was going to end, because if I didn't stop, I would have written another book. And then whenever I went into final edits, I basically made sure everything fit like a puzzle. And then you kind of just take a step back and you're like, well, here's the puzzle finished. Like, it all looks like it matches. So let's go.
Yeah. And then you're like, at this point, I'd just be like agonizing over like tiny things. And you're like, everything works. It works. It's cohesive. Okay. So do you know how many books it's going to be? We know it's at least 2.
3. It'll be 3 books.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Exciting.
And we'll follow the sisters.
Okay. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I love it when that happens.
Yes. I really I have a lot of heart for the sisters, and like it's been really fun to explore different personalities. And there's one sister that I'm like, I'm so not like you. Like I'm like, what? Like, why would you do that? But she does it. Or,
is it Jolie?
No, it's Eva.
I love Jolie so much.
I love Jolie so much. Yes,
fucking nuts.
She is nuts. I feel like she's like my alter ego. She's like if I were to do everything that I thought.
She's so funny.
Yeah, she is so funny. And like Ophelia, to me, I mean, this is not giving anything away. She is like your typical older sister that feels a lot of responsibility and wants to do everything perfect, but she's not. And she's trying to find like the happiness and joy in life. And that's not in being perfect.
Yeah.
So she was really fun to write. I'm not the oldest sister. I'm a middle child. But sometimes I feel like an older sister because my sister and I are 15 months apart.
Yeah.
So like sometimes we'll like duke it out, like, little power moves situation. So I do feel like I can relate to that one. But Eva is interesting. And I have a lot of heart for her because I'm so curious about the way she ticks and like the decisions she makes.
Yeah, because I would say in this one you see her the least.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like kind of the most mystery, which is cool. Elle and I are both older sisters, so it hit pretty accurately, actually, I can say.
It was pretty good.
Probably why we were both like really relatable stuff.
Really
and you
stuff,
both like are doing what Ophelia did, essentially. You're like, I need something that brings me joy and happiness in my life. I'm starting this podcast.
Yeah, we went through the elder sister hero's journey that all elder sisters have to go through before you realize you are actually allowed to have fun.
Yeah. Sorry about that for you both.
My condolences.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Eva, I know I brought her up and she's really not featured in the book a whole lot. And I think I brought her up because I've been thinking about her a lot because she is going to be a lot more in the next one.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Exciting.
Yes. Yeah.
So you mentioned something, and I might butcher the pronunciation, but
yes.
Arugaru?
Oh, yes. Arugaru. You killed it. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Can you tell us
go
a
ahead.
little bit more about what this is? Because I have never heard of it before, and I'm so intrigued.
It's a new monster for us.
It's a new Is that the next monster book?
I was like, okay, I spend a lot of time in Monster Smut world. I have never heard of a Rougarou, and there's a lot of cryptid smut out there. So this is a new monster unlocked for us. It was very exciting, and we'd love to know more about it.
I'm just gonna say, like, maybe the third book goes straight into monster romance. I'm kidding. Hard pivot. Like, what a pleasant surprise, though. So the Rougarou is Louisiana folklore. It's basically like a werewolf.
Okay.
But he's like taller, I think, potentially. Like, he doesn't look like a man, but I think he maybe was once a man. But he looks like this giant wolf. I think there's like a fake Rougarou. Yeah, I think there is at the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans. There's like a Louisiana section. Yeah, there's like a Louisiana swamp section, and I'm pretty sure they have a Rougarou there. Anyways, I know that it was
like a large dog in a costume.
I mean,
a dog that can walk on its hind legs. You know what I mean?
It's not far off.
Sorry.
Yeah, like a dire wolf.
Yeah. A dog that just sort of up it comes, puts the mask on, it's ready to go. Rougarou, guys.
Yeah. But that's him. I mean, I think he was invented to like scare children into like listening to their parents, which I think is also the same thing that the Krampus was. Like, I think that's like, I guess parents, that's what they did back in the day. They were like, you're not going to listen to me. This thing's going to come eat you.
Yeah. Here's a horrific monster to haunt your nightmares.
Haunt you for the rest of your days.
Here's some trauma for free.
Like, that is not in the parenting guides these days. They left that piece out.
Yeah. Bring that back, to be honest. Let's get some new cryptids happening.
Okay, but this is so funny, though, now that you bring this up. It's like, is that why we like monster smut?
I was just about to say this, like a little bit of trauma as a child.
Are we raising our kids and in a way that monster smut won't even be there for the next generation?
Because we like them too much now. We're not scared of them.
We're not scaring our children. Okay, all right, time to invent some new monsters, guys.
I know.
Some scarier ones. Someone will just... No, there's too much smut now. We're in the smut era. If anyone invents a new monster, there'll be a smut about it in under 24 hours. Like,
yeah. But maybe they won't be reading it when they're older, the children.
Yeah.
You know, Gen, Alpha,
okay,
Omega,
I'm going to
or
definitely try and find a Rougarou smut. I reckon... Surely there's got to be one out there. If I could find 30 different Mothman smuts, I think I can find a Rougarou one.
Where did the Mothman thing come from?
Mothman is, I think, New Jersey. And there was like a shape that got photographed like in the sky. Jersey's got they've got the Jersey Devil and they've got Mothman. Like,
oh my God, this is mind blowing. I didn't realize that it actually came from like a real like folklore. I thought maybe someone was just like
folklore kind of thing in the area. And I posted that and
some memes as well. So then it kind of got this like internet personality.
Yeah, okay. I had people message me after I posted the Mothman roundup being like, God, I love Mothman. Truly my favorite. And I was like, are we all okay?
I don't know. Wait, I have not read any Mothman smut. Like, do I need to? Is he hot?
I mean, they're always hot in the smuts, you know, like even if they're not. But no, the Mothmans that I've read, they're always like big, jacked, moth-looking. I've read some that are like moth-adjacent aliens.
Yeah.
There's like cozy Mothman, and I was like, I guess they're fuzzy.
I like it cozy.
I
think they fit definitely more on the smut side of romance.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not really going in for the plot.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that.
Absolutely.
Jersey. It's where all good things come from in America.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Small state, big impact.
Yeah. Huge impact.
Oh, that's funny. So speaking of romance and romantic tension,
yes,
we absolutely loved seeing and reading the romantic tension that was built between Ophelia and Etienne, and especially, not too many spoilers, but like their personal relationships and also their professional relationships. What is something that you love about their relationship?
I love the realness of it. Like, it just felt like this natural push and pull that you find in every day of like, does he like me? Does he not like me? Does she what? And like, everyone is so in their own world all the time. And like, I just found it very fascinating that with like ATN, he is kind of what, like, to me, I'm like, he is such a real guy. Like, of course, he's like drowning in hot women. And he's like a doctor.
Yeah.
And he's hot. Like, of course, he would be like so focused on becoming a doctor and like just like hook up with whatever woman is available and throwing herself at him. And like, of course, he wouldn't want to like dive into a big relationship when he's trying to do all of these things because he's not even focused on that. And I feel like at the same time, Ophelia had that going on as well. Like, she was also doing her own thing, making a career for herself, and then having this full rediscovery. But like, in that process, it's so interesting. Like, they've met each other before, like in the throes of that. And for them to not like go for it, even though they were both kind of like, you know, like, I feel like that's so what actually happens in real life. Like, that's so organic to me.
It feels like they come to the same place in their lives at the same time. And that's like why it can work. Whereas before there were so many reasons why. When you said that he was like, of course he's got all these like women throwing themselves in. I thought it was so funny to me when he was like, she's like, you date all these pretty blonde women, and he's like, I don't know, they just kind of appear. And then they're just there. And I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Which is like, of course they do. Like, of course. Like, it's like, it's so hard to be a hot young male doctor. God.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know, they just appeared. You're like, fucking of course they do.
Of course they would.
Like, why aren't just like hot men appearing all the time for me?
You know? Where are they?
Yeah. Where are they? It's like when the why choose stuff, when there's like, you know, 5 guys that are in love with this one woman who's like so beyond average. I'm like, where was this whenever I was, you know, 19,
I'm like, doll, I can't even find one.
I know.
Share them around.
Not even a whisper of one.
Yes. Are you guys Casey Musgraves fans by any chance?
Are you about to talk about Dry Spell? Because I have listened to that on loop for months.
Dude, it's so good. But like, when that came out, I was like, Casey Musgrave can't get laid. Like, there's no hope for any single woman.
Right?
Never has a song has spoken to me on such a soul deep level.
Okay, wait. Are you both single?
Just me.
I'm in a relationship.
You're in a relationship. You're single right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
now,
I was single for a long time before this as well. So I very much
okay. So like, how do you handle reading all these like books? Like, I would just want to like fuck everything that moves.
Yeah. So it does make me feel insane.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I mean, he could be. He's weird in a hot way, maybe.
I have given up on it altogether for a while. I was like, I have to take a break because the reality that I'm experiencing and the books that I'm consuming, the media that I'm consuming are not the same thing. And it's too jarring for me. So I was like, we're just on Smuts only at the moment. And I'm like, unfortunately, even though these are books written by women, they have raised the bar for me to be like, treat me like that. The rule book is like right there. The blueprint is like right there. Don't be a dick. So
I started really getting into romance books when I didn't have a lot of romance in my life.
Yeah.
And so that felt like a kind of, not necessarily a supplement, but it was like a really interesting escape into a different world.
Yeah.
It takes the edge off.
Yeah.
My fictional boyfriends.
Yeah.
So many of them.
Kato's like, I've just got like a whole box of vibrators in my smut collection. It's fine.
I'm fine over here.
Okay. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
look,
it's fine.
Everything's going well, guys. All good. I definitely message Elle like every second day being like, these cowboys are going to make me physically ill.
I know. Okay. I have to tell you, cowboys aren't like that in real life.
I know. It's so upsetting.
I'm going to Canada later this year and I'm hopeful for a more liberal opportunity.
Ooh, a more liberal cowboy.
Than, yeah, you would find in perhaps Texas.
Yeah. It could happen. But like what you were saying about romance, you were reading romance whenever you didn't have that a lot in your life. I felt like I was reading romance when I didn't really like my body.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Like,
me too.
It
especially if you find the right type.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's like I find you can so easily get sucked into like a wormhole of like you were saying before with like the reverse harems or whatever. It's like a tiny wisp of a girl who woman with her beautiful blue eyes and her pouty lips, and you're like, Jesus Christ! I sometimes just have to like cut them out completely and be like, normal women.
Yes.
Who are my age.
Oh, I love that. I love that you can find books with women in their 30s and 40s, and like that is so nice. It's hard for me sometimes to read like younger books. Like I was like, I really want to read the Elle Kennedy books, but I was like, so much younger. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, my preference would be that everyone is over 25.
Yeah, as a minimum.
Oh my God, I was telling Elle, I don't know if you've listened to this episode, but I was telling Elle about this series that I read recently, which is the Sadie Kincaid, like Bound in Blood or whatever it is series. And that has the most egregious age gaps I have ever encountered, where it's like there's 4 vampire men and one girl who at the start of the series is 19, and one of the vampire men, who turns out to be her mate, is 2,000 years old.
Like, what is that? That's like an embryo.
That is 100 times her age.
Like, what do they even talk about?
He's like, I feel more love for you than I've ever felt for any being in the entire 2,000 years of my life. And I'm like, she's not even 20.
So did you believe it though? Like in the book, were you like, okay, I see their connection, or were you just like,
There was a hell of a lot of eye rolling. I'm not gonna lie. There was other vampires that were like between like 1 and 200, and it's like, that's fine. We all read Twilight. We all read Twilight.
Like I can get behind that.
I can more closely understand that. I'm like, what would a 2,000-year-old vampire even speak to a 100-year-old vampire about, let alone
I don't
a
know.
19-year-old wisp of a girl with pink hair, whose name actually was also Ophelia, but yours is the superior Ophelia. I
honestly, like Taylor Swift when she came out with the Fate of Ophelia, I was like, this is either horrible for me or great for me. I don't know.
Great for marketing.
Yeah. Yes. I just like, but I was also like, I felt like this was such a cool, unique name, and then I was like, no, it's not.
No, I know
it is a
the
cool
most
name.
Devastating thing. I love the name Ophelia, so it's always going to be special to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's so interesting with we were saying this before with like big fantasy series as well. I think because we've read a lot of them recently, and I feel like we've become quite saturated with the same story, the same tropes, the same like 19-year-old girl who doesn't know she has magic, and then she becomes the most powerful warrior in all time, and blah blah blah. She takes over the kingdom. I'm like, cool, okay, all right, this is great, this is good, this is really good. Can we please have a different story?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about the romantasy with the 32-year-old who's a little worried about her back going constantly?
Yeah.
Who's got a little life experience.
It's just a little like maybe a stretch mark or two.
God forbid. No, God forbid.
Please.
Yeah.
But like I do think the going back to like the romance, reading romance and how it like helps us ladies. Yeah, I just like when I started reading it, I felt like it made me like my body more.
Yeah.
Especially like you were saying, like if you're reading stuff that's not like just, you know, the 19-year-old. But then like straight up, like I would just send things to my husband and be like, you need to read this. This is what I want.
Yeah. This is what I want to happen.
Like I said, that's the
like,
instruction manual.
And he was like, he was like, okay, like
perfect.
Yeah, I was like, great.
You're like, this, I could explain it to you, or you could just read this, and it's going to be the same
do it,
thing.
and that's even better.
Yeah. Well,
I think
speaking of the spicy bits, what can you tell us about the spicy bits? Because this is Smutfairy after all. The spicy bits in The Hands That Treat.
Splish splash.
I haven't read the spicy bit yet, so you got the cackle. You got the cackle out of her. I haven't read the spicy bit yet, but Elle has, and now I'm really excited to read it.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. That is a perfect description.
I think we can leave it at that, actually.
Absolutely.
Just stop it right there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. A perfect answer.
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh my god.
Okay.
Stop that hit.
Yeah.
That was great. That was really good.
Splish splash.
So when can readers get their hands on a copy of The Hands That Treat?
Yes, June 23rd. Available all places online. It will be on Kindle Unlimited. And yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like can it happen already? Like I feel like I've been it's like just like that short period before it happens. You're like, okay, come on.
Just sitting on your hands.
The most difficult part.
We are so excited for everyone else to get to read it. We have loved it. I binged it. Binged it.
That makes me
and I'm
so
excited
happy.
to binge the last tiny little bit straight after this, actually.
You're in for
it's the best. It's the best part, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for this episode. You can always find Smutfairy on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. And as always, our socials are at SmutFairyPod. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you so much to Kristen for joining us today. We've had an absolute blast, and we can't wait for everyone to read The Hands That Treat.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much. Fun. We will catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.